Sweden close to becoming first smoke-free country in Europe as daily use of cigarettes dwindles.
Here's a summary of the article.
Stockholm, summer is in the air, cigarette smoke is not, in Sweden's outdoor bars and restaurants. As the World Health Organization marks World Number Tobacco Day on Wednesday, Sweden, which has the lowest rate of smoking in the European Union, is close to declaring itself smoke-free, defined as having fewer than 5% daily smokers in the population. Only 6.4% of Swedes over 15 were daily smokers in 2019, the lowest in the EU and far below the average of 18.5% across the 27-nation bloc, according to the Eurostat statistics agency. Figures from the Public Health Agency of Sweden show the smoking rate has continued to fall since then, reaching 5.6% last year. We were early in restricting smoking in public spaces, first in school playgrounds and after-school centers, and later in restaurants, outdoor cafes and public places such as bus stations, said Ulrika Arit, Secretary-General of the Swedish Cancer Society. I mean, 1.2 billion smokers are still out there in the world. Some 100 million people smoke daily in the EU. And I think we can go so far with policymaking regulations, he said. WHO, the UN Health Agency, says Turkmenistan, with a rate of tobacco use below 5%, is ahead of Sweden when it comes to phasing out smoking, but notes that's largely due to smoking being almost non-existent among women.
This post received a score of 5,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The rest of Europe seems to be making up for it though.
China is smoking enough cigarettes for the entire earth.
Fewer though. The same demographic changes are happening in China. Young people are much less likely to smoke.
When I quit smoking, my hangovers practically went away compared to how bad they used to be. My allergies feel like they're better too. If you smoke and trying to quit, keep it. You can do it.
Yeah, tobacco is like a hangover multiplier.
It's a multiplier for nearly any negative health aspect. Colds, hangovers, side effects from medications, cancers, even when not caused by smoking. It just makes your body less able to respond to pretty much anything.
We spent 2 weeks in the south of France and Spain last summer. The thing that immediately struck us was how many smokers there were. It was actually startling.
I'm American and took a trip to Germany and Switzerland and I thought the same thing. I don't have any real issues with people smoking everywhere, but my grandmother hates it and wouldn't stop making passive-aggressive comments. Friday night in Bern, I'm not sure you could find anywhere in the old city that didn't smell like cigs. I've found small town bars in the States that still have indoor smoking or smoking rooms, but seeing it everywhere was strange.
It's impressive until you realize over 20% still use tobacco in other forms like snus.
It's still impressive. Snus and other non-smoking forms of tobacco don't produce anything that can be detrimental to the people around them.
Not with that attitude.
Now let's smear this stuff on every corner of every bench and every seat on the bus.
Aggressively snorts snus and sneezes everywhere.
You don't snort snus. Snus is wet snuff, not dry snuff.
Hence the sneeze.
We use snus instead.
France declares war on Sweden.
Sweden laughs. Germany doesn't.
I'm curious where the fuck this is coming from. 'Cause I see people smoking or doing snus all the time here, and there's still cigarette butts and tobacco packets everywhere.
Greater than or doing snus, which is not smoking. Also, how many people do you meet who smoke these days? It's kind of rare to hang out with someone who actually smokes regularly.
Yeah, that snus usage though. Not to mention the litter both generates.
Most daily tobacco users in Europe does not have the same ring to it.
Let's go for 0%.
Rookie numbers. At least -10%.
Yet, still, you can't come to an above-ground public transport station, stop, non-empty OFC, in Stockholm without someone smoking there. Which is supposed to be illegal.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.